Are you still pointing your Proxmox backup jobs at an NFS share and hoping for the best? Let me show you a much better way using Proxmox Backup Server. Proxmox Backup Server, or PBS, is an enterprise-grade backup target for your Proxmox VMs and containers. Instead of writing out a full VM image every time, it stores your data in deduplicated, incremental chunks. So backups are faster, smaller, encrypted, and verified for corruption. With TrueNAS 26's new LXC stability, we can run PBS right on the NAS with the backup storage living natively on ZFS. I'm your host, Evan. Let's back up Proxmox. Before we touch anything, go ahead and jump over to the wiki and in the search box, type PBS. When Proxmox Backup Server comes up as the result, hit enter. There are two install paths on this page, the VM method, which is selected by default, and a TrueNAS 26 LXC method. We're going to be focusing on the TrueNAS LXC tab today because it's the simplest, most resource-efficient way to run PBS if you already have TrueNAS 26. Click the LXC tab so you can follow along. All the commands I'm going to be running are found on this page. Before we can create the container, there's a one-time configuration step on TrueNAS. If you've never created an LXC on the system before, click the Containers tab. In the top right where it says Configuration, hit the drop-down box and then hit Settings. Make sure you have a preferred pool selected here. If you have multiple pools, you're going to want to select the pool that has the fastest storage. For the bridge, you need to set this to the bridge you have created. Mine is BR1, but yours will match whatever bridge is connected to your LAN. If you don't have a bridge, check out the video I made on creating bridges in TrueNAS. I'll put a link in the video description below. Once you're done, save those settings and you never have to touch that again. Now we need a dataset for PBS to store its backups on. Click the Datasets tab on the left. Because backups can get kind of large, I'm going to put this in my tank pool because that's where most of my storage is. Click Tank and then click Add Dataset in the top right. I'm going to call this dataset PBS, or Proxmox Backup Storage, and leave the dataset preset as generic and click Save. Now when I click PBS, you'll see my permissions are root, root, other, and this is incorrect. Unfortunately, we cannot change this through the UI. We have to run a single command in the shell to fix it. So go over to System and then Shell. Once you're in the shell, jump back over to the wiki. On the wiki, in the TrueNAS 26 LXC tab, we're going to go to step 3 and then copy this command. Go back to TrueNAS and paste this command. Now I need to make a couple quick changes here. Where it says /mount/pool, I have to actually put the name of my pool here. So it's going to be called tank. And I call the dataset I created PBS, but if you named yours something else, you want to go ahead and change PBS here to whatever you named your dataset. And I'm going to want to change that one more time over here. Once I've done that, I'm going to hit enter and enter my password. And that's exactly what should happen. Basically, it looks like nothing, but when I go back to my datasets and I click my PBS, I should now see these long string of numbers in the user and group for the permissions. Now we need to create the container for Proxmox Backup Server. Click Containers, click Create New Container in the top right. I'm going to give this a name and I'm just going to call it PBS. In the image line, I'm going to click Browse Catalog. In the Search Images box, type Trixie. Find the bottom line and all the way on the right, click the box that says Select, and then click Create.
Did you know I'm available for hire? If you would like a free quote, follow the Hire Me link in the video description below to book time with me one-on-one.
My container is now created and it is in the stop state, which is perfect because we're going to want to go ahead and add a file system device. So find the little box that says File System Devices on the right and click Add. What it's asking now is what file system I'm going to pass from the host into the container, and this is going to be the PBS dataset I just made for the backups. I'm going to expand my mount tank pool and then find PBS. I'm going to set the container mount path as /backup. It's very important that you pick /backup as the container mount path because the rest of the directions for this tutorial are going to assume that's what you've called it. Click Save. I should now see my file system device show up here, and now I can start my container by clicking the Start button. Now that the container is started, I need to go to the Tools and Shell all the way in the bottom right and click the little symbol all the way on the right to open the shell. Jump back over to the wiki and scroll down until we get to step 5, where we're going to see this whole block of green text. Just click Copy and go back to TrueNAS. Right-click and paste all of this and then hit Enter. This is going to install a few packages as well as Proxmox Backup Server directly onto the bare metal of our running container. Give it a few minutes to run. When the script is finished, you'll see a line that says PBS URL and then the URL of PBS. Go ahead and copy this and save it somewhere safe because we're going to need it in a minute. Now I need to do one last thing, and that's set a password for the Proxmox Backup Server UI. Jump back to the wiki, and in step 6, it'll show you the finishing line, and then we need to just copy this command back to TrueNAS and paste and hit enter, and then enter a new password. Once you see password updated successfully, you're done. Optionally, we can do one more thing. Jumping back to the wiki, we can run the post install script from step 2. I'm just going to copy this whole line. Jumping back to TrueNAS, I'm going to paste it and hit enter. I'm going to use all defaults. I'm just going to select Y and then just use everything it recommends. Then hit OK. I'm going to select yes to update And then I'm going to get the post install reminder and I'll just click OK. And then I'm going to reboot by hitting yes. Now that that's complete, I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to paste in the address that was given to me when the script was finished running and hit enter. I should get the warning here because the HTTPS certificate is locally signed. So I'm just going to click advanced. Now I get the Proxmox Backup Server login and my username is going to be root and the password is the one I set up on the last step. And I'm now brought into Proxmox Backup Server. Let's go ahead and add the data store that we passed in from the TrueNAS host into the container. On the very left, we're going to go to the data store section and click add data store. And I'm going to give this a name. I'm just going to call it backup. The backing path needs to be the exact same as I set it when I built the container on TrueNAS, which in this case is at /backup. Once you're done, click add. You should see this little window pop up that's running the data store backup and creating all these things. It should take a few seconds and it should go away and you now have a backup data store. Now we need to create a user that's going to have permission to write to this data store. On the left, under the configuration dropdown, click access control. Click the add button under the blue user management button to add a new user. And I'm going to call this PBS user and I'm going to give it a password. Once you're done, click add. Now we need to give this user permission to actually use the data store. Go back and click the backup data store on the left. In the top tab grouping, click permissions and then click add and then user permission. I'm going to hit the drop down and find the user I just created, which is my PBS user at PBS. Then I'm going to give it the role of data store admin. Click add. Now that I'm in my Proxmox virtual environment, on the left pane, I'm going to click data center and then I'm going to click storage. Click add in the top center and then find Proxmox Backup Server. For the ID field, this is just going to be whatever I call it in Proxmox, and I've already got something called PBS, which is my actual Proxmox Backup Server, so I'm just going to call this PBS new. For server, I just need to put in the IP of where Proxmox Backup Server is. This is the one that we got at the end of the script. For me, it's 10.99.0.77. Do not add the port. We need to add the username I just made. For my case was PBS user at PBS, and enter my password. For the data store, it needs to be the exact data store name that I gave it on PBS, which in my case was backup. At the very bottom, we need to give it a fingerprint. Go back to PBS, go back to the dashboard on the very left, and in the center where it says LXC name, it'll have a blue button that says show fingerprint. And I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to go back over to Proxmox and I'm going to paste. Now I'm going to click add. Now I can actually use this as a target for my Proxmox backups directly from my Proxmox server to the PBS container running on TrueNAS. Comparing PBS backup directly to an NFS share, which is where most people start, PBS wins on basically every axis. NFS just dumps a full VM image on every run, so a 100 gig VM is 100 gigs every single backup. PBS will chunk that VM, deduplicate it across every backup of every VM, and only ships the changed blocks. You get encryption, you get automatic verification jobs that scrub for corruption, retention policies for daily, weekly, and monthly slots, and instant file level restore right from the Proxmox UI. NFS gives you none of that. What other containers do you plan on running on TrueNAS 26? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video we release. If you want to see content YouTube won't let us show you, head over to Patreon. There's a link in the video description below. If you don't have Proxmox set up yet, or if you're still wondering what the difference is between VE and PBS, check out my Proxmox 101 video. The link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, stay curious.